Hey everybody, my name is Alex and I'm startup consultant here in the Netherlands, and today I will tell a little bit about our startup ecosystem in the Netherlands and also about startup visa here in the Netherlands. What the differences of our startup ecosystem here in the Netherlands comparing with UK or Denmark or France or whatever. We have an institution that calls Facilitators. That's a special organizations that dedicated to make your startup way here in the Netherlands or your lending or soft lending much more smoothly and comfortable, let's say. But also it could be tricky, right? Because there's one more step that you have to negotiate with and you don't know how to organize this process. So here we comes, the people who are helping and providing you and guiding you. We are all of this process, and this process actually calls facilitator advocacy. That's what we do. So talking about the ecosystem of the Netherlands or startup ecosystem of the Netherlands, I see that we have like 5 different pillars, let's say. And first of all, it's relocation experts for you and international teams, the people who are helping you privately with your affairs, with your papers, with your documents, and preparing you as a case to enter the Netherlands. Second pillar, it's Netherlands startup practitioners, the people who did all the process, have been between and know how does it structured, what could be the challenges, and people who share their experiences. Then, of course, business educators or any kind of educators, startup educators who is around, they're available and you can freely use them. That's also one of the most important pillar in the Netherlands startup ecosystem. Also, business professionals and corporates are super involved. It's one of the feature of Netherlands startup ecosystem, a nice network of the corporates and very nice relationship between accelerators or between facilitators with these corporates and with their innovation departments. It's one of the feature we need to use as startups. And the fifth pillars is, of course, money, investors, and venture capitalists. I must say, honestly, they're much more conservative than, for example, in States or in Silicon Valley, of course, but they're mostly on your side. They're helping you, they're giving a feedback, and no doesn't mean no here in the Netherlands, because you can approach them several times and show them your tracking and developing and probably get their interest increasing. So what about the facilitators and who they are? There's 32 at the moment official facilitators. So the government of the Netherlands giving the license of different organizations for different organizations who are eligible to find startups and help them on the way. So we are working like at least with 5 facilitators and helping people and startup teams to relocate here in the Netherlands and became part of startup ecosystem. So a good facilitators unite all of these 5 pillars I've mentioned. So talking about the startup visa, let's go through the benefits of it. First of all, it's not so costly comparing with other ways of the relocation to the Netherlands. Second of all, you can bring partners or your husband or wife and your children, and they're gonna have all of their right to work here and relocate here in the Netherlands. Using startup visa, you can relocate the company or startup that already working on some kind of product, and we can help you with the soft landing here. There are different programs like essential startup worker that we can use and relocate here up to 20 people and sometimes even more. One of the benefits of Netherlands startup visa, you can relocate here at any startup stage, even in the ideation stage. But we need to provide the case with all of the researches that you already at the topic and you are dedicated, but that's a benefit. So what the requirements and basic requirements for Netherlands startup visa? First of all, of course, it's innovation. And we can talk about it for hours, but we will be short and we will make a special video about the innovation and how to assess them and evaluate them at the Netherlands way, let's say in the Dutch way. One of the requirements is also the connection with the Netherlands. So it's supposed to be any kind of market connection, or you're interested in our legal system here, or you're interested in our logistics, or some kind of connection that startup should have in case it's moving here. Also, one of the main core requirement, of course, is the approval of the official facilitators, but it's part of the process. So as soon as you got the approval from one of the facilitators, you're already eligible, like 99% you're here, according to the startup visa requirements. One of the requirements that the process of your relocation and official relationship with facilitator should take at least 1 year, and you are obliged to incorporate here and open the legal entity in the Netherlands according to the obligation of startup visa. But it's pretty cool because this entity could work on anything, because you're a startup. Of course, it's supposed to be your idea, but startup can pivot as much as you want. One of the last requirements, it's also to have your own funds for living for the first year. So at least it's supposed to be starting from 19,000 euro per year. So you have to show that you have financial situation under the control, because nobody knows how your startup gonna turn out, right? So Netherlands should see that you are self-sustainable at least for a year. So if you have any questions, please ask us. We have a free consultancy. We're going to help you to assess your innovation or eligibility for a startup visa, and we can help you with all the process.